Okay, we can start this off now. Perfect. I'm again casting is while standing up. I feel like casting is while standing up is so much easier. No, it's not easier, it's more it feels better. It just feels better. And I'm also gonna look at drafts and stuff. I'm going to hold myself back and just cast the stuff I would cast as a play-by-play caster, so there will be downtime where there's no voice active because that would be the time of the color casters doing stuff. Maybe I will say some things. I'm just going with the flow, trying out for the just play-by-play caster things. So, as I've said, I'm not trying to do both at the same time. That would be a bit overwhelming. And so, I've also a bit of notes here. But I just took them like 2 minutes ago while looking at some videos, so it's not much. I'm just making sure that there's going to be like ways I can like look up stuff, and also I've done my research on more top topics about what I can talk, the predictable and the unexpected and stuff. So let me just look at this now. Band wise, nothing too special. We have some like the typical meta picks right here, like compared to the summer split of LEC, which is some time ago, so the meta has kind of changed. The only thing that is a bit odd for me, or like the things have changed since LEC finals, for example, are that LeBlanc has risen in priority, and also Nidalee also gets played sometimes by some junglers, so that's something. Furthermore, there's going to be a first pick from Cabo Shard at Jarvan. I mean, it's a good combo material, so picking it just as the first guy is always good, especially if we can combine it with an Orianna. So, I mean, they have to pick Orianna now, or just leave Cabo Shard this very good combo with his mid laner. I mean, Shinkroff and Saken, but yeah, Cabo Shard picked it. But yeah, it's going to be a combo of Shinkroff and Saken. Just going to look out what Saken is going to pick with the Jarvan together. Of Fnatic Rising, look at their ADC right here. Honestly, that would be the support pick now, doesn't it? No, they're deciding to go jungle take. Okay. I mean, I don't see a combo this far. I think it's good. I mean, with the Viego already snatching that one up, it's very powerful, and also to have some bit of a contrast to him, the long range carry. I like it. While Fnatic Common Cope, actually not going for something like the Orianna right here. It's not bad. I could have gone for it, but I decide that it's better to go with the Rise. I mean, it's still pretty good in combination with the Jarvan, just because of the gang setup. I mean, you have a knock up, then potentially Jarvan ult on top of Rise roots, so that's pretty potent. I'm just gonna say that. We're just having a safe ADC now, especially if you have something like Twisted Fate now. I mean, I don't think Twisted Fate pick was that good, but just because if there's one ADC that can survive a Twisted Fated Ezreal, or something like Samira or Sivir, just because of their counter mechanics and their kits, but it's just, I mean, if you set up Ezreal, you can just EO wall, but it's still a menace for ADCs. So, oops, I think I hold the microphone wrong. Sorry if the sound was a bit bad. But yeah, as I've said, Twisted Fate always good against some ADCs, but Ezreal does work kind against it. Kinda. Although it does follow his blink, so that is also makes it better against him in some way. Now, Bean and Rux already have the bot lane. Whereas Leona, probably, I mean, I don't think it's going to be any kind of Varus other than Lefel, the poke Varus. I'm gonna go with that. Cabochard is going to pick up his Renekton after his Lee Sin was banned. I would have guessed that he probably picked Lee Sin, but because it was banned, he had to reside to his Renekton. Now that's a nice hover, if I do say so myself. I love Pyke. Seeing him pro play, seeing him with solo queue, it's not the most skillful champion, but he looks kind of skillful, and he's also fun to play. And even kind of fair to play against in some way. But yeah, not talking about hovers though, not talking about it, although I really love Pyke. We have a set going into support role. Matty and Targamas having having a pretty potent lane in one way or another. I mean, Zed can push up some pressure again, especially because Leona can also put up some pressure, and that means that both teams have strong early mid-game supports that can roam and influence the map, while they both have ADCs that do not really dominate in the early laning phase, but do scale up pretty well. Which combination of oops, let me just see. Oh, internet, why are you failing now? Oh my god. Okay, my internet disconnected. Whatever, it's going to connect soon, and we're going to be back in just a hot second. Give it some time, give it some time. David? Just a hot second. It's a quick pause, but we'll be right back. Huh. This does take quite long to load, even though I put in the internet again. I think it doesn't like me. Let me just... I think it would be better if I try to refresh the page. Let me just do that. We're on 36 minutes. Oh, it's even starting. Oh my god, it's so perfect. Don't even have to go there, and it's instantly loading. Perfect. So, early mid-game supports that can roam, scaling ADCs together with one scaling hypercarry mid lane, but the other one is a very supportive character who does work very well in the late game, however. In jungle, we have reversed roles with the AP hypercarry getting teamed up with a supporter engaged kind of guy, while Fnatic Rising put a bit of their carry potential in jungle with Viego and giving him the chance to get some resets, especially with the help of Rux and Dajor? I don't know how to say his name. And then a typical tanky boy matchup in top lane, especially because, you know, the Renekton does not have really that bad of matchups. He's good, very, very, very good blind pick. So now you can work around with that. So yeah. Now what is going to be the focus in this game? We have clear combos here. We have clear combos. We have stuff like Jarvan that can kind of team up with stuff like Zed and Ryze, either after Zed and Ryze went in or before, generally before. And no, it's really a lot about flanking, you know. Renekton can flank very well. Zakun's ultimate is very influential to go around the map. Matty has some control over him as well, as you can just, you know, Evo walls and Targamas and Chinkroff. You know, they have flash or some kind of dash up spell every 5 seconds, so that's gonna be good for them. While, I mean, Fnatic Rising also have a lot of catch potential, but I'm doing color cast job, aren't I? Either way, both comps don't have that big teamfight ultimates, besides like maybe Targamas, Chinkroff have a bit, but they have a lot of catch potential both sides. Ultimates from Rux, Bean, Darshur's stun card, and also Pride with his ultimates there very heavily, while the flanks from Shard and Seiken can be very, you know, potent if you team it up with something like a Shinkroff who just pile them all up and you're like, oh, that's a nice cake, let me just bite into it. Delicious. But enough of the metaphors. We're going into the game, as it's going to be probably a pretty, I would say pretty, you know, calm laning phase. I think many of these people in here scale. So I would not be surprised if it goes into the 30th minute or so, although I do think that someone wants the tempo here in the first game, and whoever gets a tempo in the first game has a huge advantage. Let me just say that. Okay, I cannot say too much about this. I'm not a colorcaster dude, so just gonna see if stuff is happening. I mean, it's a good trade. Yeah, this top lane is going to be just some, you know, walking up, out attacking, maybe one combo from Shard every once in a while. It's a bit hard to say what is going to happen if there's not a gank up there. But I mean, Shinkroff has Big Jarvan, so there's probably going to be some gank before level 6, except if he's like zoned off every lane simultaneously, or his clear's just a bit unlucky. Sorry, can you drink something? It's hard to drink when you're like holding the bottle with one hand and the microphone with the other. And yes, I'm literally standing with the microphone in my hand like a commentator because I feel more immersed this way. Just get the screen a bit more upwards so I can look at it a bit better. Perfect. Cough, 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 cough. Shinkroff has got himself to Scuttle there. Nice job. This may be a good roam from Fnatic Rising. Maxian rocks. Maybe Saken is gonna get flashed on. They sure waits. It's a flash stun card. That's the flash from Saken, but the stun guard hits him. And the stun onto him. The root onto him also from Leona. And that's a first blood for Dejar. My voice wasn't perfect. I think I went... Okay, wait, let me just wait. Probably maybe get ganked. Dude, that's 2 TPs. Shinkroff has watch out, though. Although they want to commit on this, that's a 3v1 and the TP gets cancelled? They just... Wait, I think Saken wanted to TP there, but his TP was cancelled, I think, from Targamas? Possibly? No, from... Rocks or something? I don't know. It's weird. That's actually TP in from Pride. That's actually a pretty bad situation for him as still three people are onto him. That's a stun onto him from Kabashard. Kabashard is dead, however, and Pride survives. And now Shinkroff was flashed away, but his stun hits him. Smite is going to heal a lot of though. And he's going to get away as Saken is in a very bad position, and Dejar is going to get himself the kill right there. And that's, I think, 2 kills for Dejar in a matter of like 1-2 minutes. While also Matty just 1v1's Bean. What the hell just happened? What? What in downtown nation? What? Okay, that was a bit too much. Let me just recap that one. Okay, that's a TP in. He didn't see them and he cast TP, was a bit unlucky. Kabashard stunned them up, but Pride managed to jump away. Kabashard is dead. Shinkroff is engaged now. Now, Maddie and Bean just start out attacking his other. That's a good E from Bean. Gets the damage of also dodging at something. That's a flash in from Bean. That's what is that flash in, man? Maddie just manages to get away from that one, and he just barely wins the fight as Bean tried the good old flash auto attack reset. He probably just wanted to flash into Matty to ensure that his spells hit him before Matty can flash away. That's probably was the intention, and it was good. Don't really know if it was really that good though, but it was a good try. It was a good fight. I gotta give him that. Like Kabashard, he has a complete control of this lane. Just pushes Pride in like the little dog he is. Even gets cover from Shinkroff while, Maxi, has to say, I cannot help top lane, man. You died, you got a kill, yeah? But you're down in CS and I gotta get this Drake, man. I gotta get this Drake. Actually, there's a gank on the Kabashard. He ults up. Maybe able to get away from this one ult. Shinkroff covers him. Gives him the get out of jail free card. As Shinkroff is doing a lot to support his top lane right here. While his bot lane is relatively good on its own. A bit of a CS advantage, or it's kind of even actually engaged from Shinkroff onto Dejar. And that's Saken's ultimate. Get him a kill and the shutdown for himself as Dejar got himself 2 kills, but now he's getting given the shutdown to his lane opponent, the AP Hypercarry, which is gonna prove not too good for Fnatic Rising in the following minutes. You do not want to give Rise a shutdown early. That's like a good thing to do. Now, Shinkov moving into his own jungle. Maybe. I mean, Simon is still top side, so they could still try to engage Pride here, especially because he has his Megadar not anymore and is exhausted a bit. But I think he paths downwards, so there's not going to be any more presence from him on top lane. The clear from Sagan is still pretty good. And also the trades from Coppershot on the Pride too. Although Pride can, when Coppershot gets away, still get some stacks on him though. Maybe second stands a bit of a risky position, honestly. Although Targamas is here to cover. Together with, I don't know, the Scorpion is in the way. Rex is actually here. Pride, Maxi, and Rox are trying to get a Herald here. They're starting it up. They have some cover here. Deja is also there. Shinkov maybe a bit too close there. The Stun and Root is going to come on onto him. And that's that Shinkov. And that's the double knock up from Maxi. And that's that Targamas. No! Targamas survived. And Cowboy actually in a flanking position. The stun is going to go up on the Rux. Rux flashes away. Pride, you're a bit low there, buddy. Although Jinkroft gets kicked. Cowboy shard. Oh my god. I mean, they didn't got Targamas, but at least they, you know, yeah, I mean, Cowboy shard was there before enemies in front of him. And although his enemies were also low, he couldn't get killed any one of them because it was 4 versus 1. I mean, I think a teamwork was not behind him too, but I think it was out of range. It was a really messy fight. Let me just tell you that. I kind of lost like the bit of an overview there in the end. That actually could have been something if just stepped up a bit. Root and then Targamas comes with a Hextech Flash. That would have been pretty sick, but yeah. Whatever. Rux is here again to cover Deja a bit. Targamas is still here. While Rux has built up vision here. Bit of vision priority while Targamas tries to clear as much as possible in the meantime. And Bean and Maddie are still down here alone. And I wouldn't be surprised if they randomly decide to fight once again. Although I do say that I think Ezreal is going to win this. Because, you know, there's a bit more gold in this bag. And also, Bean has a lot more skill shots to shoot into nothingness than Maddie. I mean, Maddie has also skill shots, but I think Bean is going to have to be a bit more precise than Maddie to win this one. Targamas is probably preparing the crap for Saken. Yeah, Saken's going to get this one, or Shinkrof, because he was getting that one. Probably Shinkrof, or whatever, one of them. Okay, vision onto Kama and Cope, because Fnatic Rising probably thought that they would tower dive Bean or something, and now that's the ult from Kama and Cope as they actually do. The Roots is not going to come out. I thought it was going to come out, but that's the damage is just enough. They don't even have to root it up. They just combo him, and Targamas is also there to sentence Bean to death. And a bit of an overextension. They even saw all of these people down there. And although they weren't moving towards him, they just had to wait out the Twisted Fate ultimate, and Bean was just trapped. And Fnatic Rising actually building up to a power dive onto Cowboy Shard. The stun is not going to hit him. Cowboy Shard managed to hit his ultimate. The stun is not going to hit him because he flashes away from the own ultimate. Shaken gets killed in Rux. Easy piece of him squeezing. Nothing to worry about there. But went a bit too high. Just immediately went down again. That was not too perfect. Does Shinkra want to engage here? That's actually a knock up onto Dajor. The kill is onto him. Shinkra manages to get out actually. Maxi may not get rooted up. I thought that Targamas could maybe with the help of Saken's root combo there. But it's fine. It's fine, guys. It's just one kill on the Dajor. And from 2-0 to 2-2-2. I don't know if that is perfect. But hey, Twisted Fate is support character. Assist count. Let's see this here. Cowboy Shard gets dived down by Fnatic Rising. As the stun does not hit him in the beginning, and also Pride's ultimate, but Rux forced him to flash. That's actually Syncroft's interrupt on the TP here, I think. And it is actually enough, because the knock-up of him is like a slight AoE. Second gets the kill onto Rux, because it goes just a bit too deep under the turret. And Chinkov gets down up here, but he does know, hey, this is a potential for me to go in. He flashes in the knock up. Then Saiken actually gets a kill, which is very good. Another kill on a carry. And Chinkov even gets out. It's so worth it. Second almost was cut out, but a gold card. So FNCR Rising push down this mid lane turret. It's really hard to cast this without like going into the color caster stuff. It's really hard. It's really, really hard. Also, I cannot. Something that PBP caster also does is ask questions to the color caster, because I do not have a color caster, just me. That is just not that optimal. Let me just say it like that. Maddie is really setting up step up. I would even say that's pretty risky, given that FNCR Rising have the 2 people down there. But Targamas is there for backup. So if they would have went in, Targamas could have easily come and maybe saved the day. I don't know. I could have tried, although Maddie has both his thumbs up plus E, so I guess he would have gone away. I guess. Kind of want to go in a toilet. Damn it! I'm standing. I think that makes it worse. But anyways, we're going into the 14th minute. A turret for FNCR Rising, no turret for Carmine Corp. This first game of this final. Let me just drink something real quick. Now, most of the team is actually grouping up mid lane right here. I don't know why exactly. I would say that it's, well, there's no objective up here, so they probably just want to go through the map and build up some vision to maybe catch up some opponents like Cabochard. He just doesn't hit onto him. Then maybe a gold cut onto him though, and the root up, he is going down slowly, although he's healing up also really hard. Chinkov goes in to help out Cabochard, but he is dead. That's a nice stun from Targamas. And also a nice ult from Pride. As Seiken goes down, his entire team goes down, and that's a team fight win for FNCR Rising. Targamas, are you ever gonna get it out? Maybe. I mean, you're not looking to be in the best position here. I mean, you can waste the time. You can waste the time, surely. Go Pride, get him. Get him. Although Maxi, you able to get this stun of him? No, but that's a root from Rux, and that's a kill for Rux actually. That's not that worth, honestly. That's a root up onto Maddie. He flies away from the combo, but the Q from B doesn't come out just yet, and he waits out, gets the stacks onto him, and blasts him away with a Q. Nicely done, Bean. Now here we see the stun from Cabochard, or onto Cabochard fails, but now the gold card from Daisha hits, and they can just, try to commit on it. The heal is very hard, and he also puts out some damage, but it gets killed off a Maxi then. Chinkov tries to help them out, and that's a wonderful stun from Targamas together with the W. That's actually pretty nasty damage when it comes down, when you realize that it is a support, but it's not enough. As FNCR Rising still win the fight. And pretty decisively at that. As a stun, the root up on the Chinkov is actually getting pretty low as the EQ out of this one. It's flash in from Maxi, but Chinkov survives. The stun does not quite hit. They use their spells, but they do not hit. Come on, Corp, get out alive. I feel like my voice not, like in that last team fight with FNCR Rising, there my voice was kind of fine. Like build up and go down, but I do think that is not that good yet. Like for that team fight like punch seconds ago, wasn't that good. I didn't really see that Chinkov was really like hard engaged. I thought it was just a little bit of exchange. Then I had to grow up into it, and just it wasn't that clean. It was still fine, but not that clean. Gotta improve on that one. I have still my notes in front of me, but I didn't study them too much. But yeah, we have to realize in this game we have on Common Cove side 2 carries, Seiken, Maddie. On Fnatic Rising side we have Maxi and Bean. While they all have kind of an outplay potential, so there's that. Maddie actually gets engaged, and Stanko is going to hit onto him. The root and follow up is too much. Targamas tries to goes in, actually double stun onto Dajor. Doesn't manage to kill him off, but there is Shinkrov, and he gets himself to kill on the Dajor. And Pride has to TP in, jump away, and be completely useless. That's actually an ult from Rise there, wants to cut him the way off, but they're not quite able to as Fnatic Rising move into the jungle of Carmine Corp and manage to get out alive without getting caught out. But that's the Drake for Carmine Corp. They get themselves the pressure, the kills, and that's... I mean, I don't have an AD carry on the side, but I do not think that Fnatic Rising is fast enough to even imagine to contest that. And so, this is a Drake for Carmine Corp. The second Drake, actually. Pretty good. And we see here Matty standing very high up, getting hit by the Q, and then the stun card from TF comes out. The root also, and Rux engage. There's just no way of surviving this. But then Targamas ults Rux, gets a nice stun off of Dajor, and then Shinkov can finish him off. Nice job from Targamas. And then Fried, as I've said, jumps out, and then Rise tries to follow up with the ultimate. Doesn't manage to do so. But it was a nice idea. Nice idea. The Rising have put the pressure on the bot lane. The Herald is just walking around, killing turrets side by side. They're not able to stop the Herald. The Herald is going to connect. That's nice damage under the turret. Also nice damage on cover shard, by the way. But they're able to damage the turret hard and possibly get it down in the next few minutes. If not seconds, honestly. Boom. That's a cancelled backbot right there. And I wanna fight the dust. I really go on the toilet, but I think the match. I think it's not going to be too long before this match ends. They have pushed down mid lane pretty well, and I think one team fight around the Baron could actually either finish or bring this game to a very quick close. Ult hit on the Bean, nothing too special. Bean is a bit. He's not a place. Rux and Max, they have a bit of here for backup. Maybe they might want to contest this turret though, and now the stun and root and everything piles up on the Carbo shard, and he's dead on the spot. The Rise ultimate is actually going to get Seiken's team members out of this one, and Carbo shard is going to be the only one dying in this fight. So it's not too good, honestly, because the Baron is here, and I think they want to force that, maybe? Or no. Okay, they decide against it. I thought they would be going for that. Actually, Carmine Corp push up really heavily here. The Ignite is onto Rux. She doesn't connect the blade against Fnatic Rising. The Q from Beam hits nicely. There's a lot of damage on the Carmine Corp. Honestly, if they commit now, they're going to lose the fight. Except they're going for a huge outplay or something, but I don't think that will happen. But I will eat my words gladly if it does happen. But yeah, I think Carmine Corp really they got out traded. They didn't start a fight again. Fnatic Rising knew they could just poke a bit with Bean and Danger and stuff, and then they have done the job right, pushing Carmine Corp a bit out, just grabbing them and just wiggling the pressure out of them, or however I should illustrate that. And Carbo shot is going down in that exchange to get control. And Fnatic Rising is standing in control, because although Carmine Corp have 2 Drakes, Fnatic Rising not only have more kills and significantly more gold, like a 5k gold lead, but they also have the Baron control. They have vision around Baron, and even if they lose it a bit, it's very hard to lose it. Complete. That's actually against on a B. That's a good ult from Shincroft. Gets rooted up. Bean is able to get out of alive there. Target mess. We want to go to Fnatic. Good ultimate. That's actually a catch up on the Dajor. He just goes a little bit too much forward. I didn't even see it. He exploded that fast, and that's another win. Well, not another win actually. Fnatic Rising has, I think, won the last bunch of team fights, and now Target mess together with his team. I think it literally was everyone except Target mess. And whatever. Karma and Corp got themselves a kill. Got him catch up. That's actually Pride. You're very far up here. Mighty and Cabochard onto you. Now Sagan flanks you. That's just a dead little guy. Doesn't even manage to go into Mega as he's taken down. And that's a forced 5v4 for Karma and Corp. While the Drake spawns exactly 4 seconds. Oh, that is not good. I do not want to be Fnatic. I mean, I do want to be Fnatic Rising in this situation actually. Although you have to say, come on, Corp now have another winning, way of winning this game, because they now are on Soul Point. The next Soul will be their win. And honestly, if I look at ults like Cabochard's ultimate or Targamas ultimate, or I wouldn't say stuff like Saken. It's situational, but if they can pull it off, Cloudsoul is going to be very, very, very valuable for them. Cloudsoul for Fnatic Rising would be, I mean, Deja would love a Cloudsoul, let me just tell you that. If they all just flash out of range, you could just walk up to them again. Actually engage onto Dajo, I guess go to Zhonya's, but he is dead. Although the flash is very good, he dashes and kind of just dies the dodge stuff, but it's enough. The Pride actually engage on the Shincroft, gets stunned up. The root on the Shincroft 2. Rux is dead, killed by Maddie. That's actually a nice fight there in the background. Targamas is around there. Cabochard and Shincroft get, oh my god, the damage from Shincroft. Frike is out of there. That's actually ult from Rise. He manages to knock up onto him. The damage is double kill for Rise. I kind of lost my, oh my god, I jumped up and down. That was not good. I noticed how my voice was kind of just stopped. I mean, it was good that my voice was a bit stopping, so that, wait, Shincroft, I think you're below. Oh no, you smite, okay. I noticed that my voice was a bit like, okay, I cannot do this, I think. Do this. I noticed that my voice was like crackling and like a bit weakening, which is not too good in itself, but it at least shows that I'm building a lot of energy, like trying to do a lot into it. Now Deja goes up for a stun card. The Scene of Plate misses and dash engage onto Deja. Goes into Sonya's and flashes away to get away from this one. Doesn't fully manage to. That's the TP in from Pride. The stun hits also only onto Shincroft. The Scene of Plate goes really low behind. Targama is actually dead. I thought he was alive still, but that's something. Now Rux is killed off, and so is Bean and Matty, so the ADCs are away. And now Cabochard and Shincroft are in a bit of a bad situation, although they can turn it around here with a combo. And while Pride does not have enough damage, they can just kill onto him. That's a nice ult again from Targamas. Actually, they're getting combo. What the hell? The damage is insane. Oh my god, Targamas and Shincroft get completely obliterated. As a follow-up is not quite able to get the rest of Karma and Corp, but that's a huge advantage again. Fnatic Rising getting in a bit of a comfortable position again. The 3k gold lead, 4k gold lead still there. They're going to start up Baron. Cabochard, together with his team, want to contest this. If they are able to, the stun card cuts onto Cabochard, and also the Scene of Plate automatic. Cabochard kills off Maxi, but it goes down as well. Saken does so much damage, and Matty backs him up. That's the dead Leon and Beam. That's Sonya's. That's a wonderful fight, and possibly even Baron, I think. Oh, the Fnatic loader thing. Oh my god. Hey, that's so good from Matty and Saken. They damage. Oh, they damage so much. The double stopwatch from Saken was so perfect. He would have died 2 times and used Sonya's 2 times perfectly. Not only survive, but get his damage out. What was that? I think I'm a bit too hyper. Well, look at this. Okay, we see with 3v5. Absolute balls. Okay, this is very risky situation. Then the stun card hits on the cover shot. Xenoblade hits on the cover shot and Maddie. And then cover shot goes in, kills off Max before he kills on himself. Saken kills one, goes back in, does the Zonias to not die. Maddie just out attacks down Jax. And then the combo, the out attack does not connect on the Saken because the Zonias the second time. Now they engage around there onto Target Mass. The W does not really do any damage. It's only Maxion second. And that's a good combo. Cover shot is the biggest buy I've ever seen, but the Pride Ultimate is able to get something off. No, Target Mass, the last one standing, and that's Carmine Corpse victory. Quadra kill for Matty. And they're possibly going to get the win on this one, honestly. I think I can push through. They have Baron. They have Baron still. For how long? I don't know for how long. I think they have Baron for a really long time still. So, I think that's the finish. That's just the finish. I can push this down. The death timers are too long. Rock's going to be there, but I don't think he can do much. I think that's the Rise Ultimate. Actually, that's the faster finish there. That's Nexus turret number 1. That's Nexus turret number 2. And that's turret and kill for Carmine Corp and game 1 of this final series. Nicely done. Oh. I'm done. Jesus Christ.